No, you getting me off the phone? Why don't you get the? Well, you ain't at home, so you can't get the Call of Duty beta, and you don't play Call of Duty like that. Oh, no, I'm talking about the beta. It ain't as bad. Uh, so yeah, but yeah, my bad. I wasn't trying to do that. So I wanted to get. Dang, I need to figure out how to zoom the camera in so they can see what's going on. So let me see here. Do I? Okay, cool. Yep. Yep. But it's all good. What happened? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened? Elle was on here, but I don't know what happened. She was just on here. I don't know what happened. Invite to the party. Okay, invite sent. So, yeah. What's up, everybody? We live. I'm on the phone with the governor. And what's up, Elle? I guess I had to call the governor back. I love you. Yeah, what's up, Elle? Hold on, I gotta unmute Elle. Hey, Elle, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now. My bad. I was in our little voice chat thing that we normally be in.
Oh, hold on. Hey, y'all made it. Y'all both did it all the way down to the thing. I ain't even stop. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm live streaming right now, so yeah. Everybody blowing my phone up. Well, I was on the phone with my gear for, so we just waiting until tomorrow. Waiting to go holler at well, I'm still waiting for corporate to call me, but
Oh yeah, that is right. You still dealing with that
I'm
issue.
on yeah, I'm on it. We're gonna take it in Jesus' name. I'm gonna take care of it and give me a new joint. So I get back to playing so we get back to playing Deathloop. And then you can sit
Okay.
up there. You can sit up there and what happened? What happened? L. What happened?
What happened?
Oh, is you still in here? You still in here? I think you still in here. I'm waiting on the thing. So, yeah, you in here, cool. I was like, wait a minute. Oh no.
Try getting in the PlayStation voice chat.
Oh, okay. What is yours messing up?
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
Okay, hold on. There we go.
Yeah, I can never tell if people can hear us talk, so that's why I be liking when we just be on the on our own voice chat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, did you Clubhouse? What you?
Oh yeah.
We gotta talk about that.
With your boy, it's just you just gotta be careful out here. And who took their whole squad out?
Yep.
But nah, you just gotta be careful because I feel like Jordan Lucas. It sounded like his management knew what was up.
Yep.
And so he probably splurged with the money. So I mean, it ain't on her. Boy, I got
Yeah.
4 of them things already. Wow.
That's what I was taking from it too.
A lot of people, man, that's what be going on here in the city. A lot of people be having these little managers. They don't know what the hell they doing and eating up all their money.
Spending some of their budget, and that's something that's been going on for years with artists to a point of. I remember at one point, like when people would have budget money, it would be a joke, like as far as who they would have even work on a project, and the joke would be like, oh, be careful who you give your money to, because these dudes out here or whoever out here go on vacation. So the vacation thing has always been a joke, like a saying. Like as far as people going on vacation with
Facts.
people's budgets, because that's like a
Ooh.
known thing, with just across the board. Not even just with the claims against her, but it's something that's been going on for a long time.
Dang. Dude got me. But yeah, I mean, but see, even Meek came out and said something. Everybody saying something. So it ain't. Oh, I had burnt my own self up. But even Meek is
Um,
saying something like,
I think what's annoying me a little bit about the situation is, you know, obviously what she did was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know the full extent to that, because it's more to a lot of stories. But however, I am annoyed that a lot of people are coming forward about her when there's other people in the industry that do this all the time, and a lot of them be guys.
oh
So
yeah, oh,
I feel like it is kind of weird, and I know you're a guy, but I feel like it's weird that a lot of guys is coming out like against her, but they're not having that same energy towards a lot of the dudes that a lot of us
oh
know do
nah,
this on a regular basis.
he came back. Jordan came back and said that Steve Stout was being flawed. He sure did. He sure did come back out and say that he was being flawed. So he said
Yeah.
that like Joyner don't care, and I was gonna make another video about it, but I'll just say here you just got to be careful who you call out, cause you
Facts.
know what I'm saying, cause these folks be powerful, and then all of a sudden your career didn't stalled out, or you didn't had a
It went
scandal
left
come out of
field.
nowhere, yeah, cause this is
Yeah.
like you know,
So with that, I'm saying, like, I'm not saying what she did was right, but however, if we gonna all start pointing the finger at her and calling her out, and all these people want to come forward, they need to have the same energy for not just her, but for everybody who's doing it. And
oh yeah,
which I
I mean,
and
but
which I
it's
feel like it's gonna be touchy if they do that. You know what I mean? Because to a certain extent, like when they were talking about receipts, right? Um, I don't even want to touch on it too much, because I can't speak on certain things, because it's a lot of stuff that go on in the industry that's illegal, that jobs could be on the line for people just helping, or hiring certain individuals for certain things. You know what I'm talking about, but you're not going to have a paper trail with that, because when you're asking certain people for services that are not even supposed to be taking money, a lot of times they want to meet you, they want to see you in person, and they want to hand off the money. You hand off the money in person. They don't even want a paper trail from it. You get what I'm saying? Because if it came down to a paper trail, they could lose their jobs, and the people around them, they can lose their jobs. So it's a lot of stuff that goes on in the industry where services you are not going to have a paper trail for, and that's unfortunate, because we talking about $60,000 that went missing supposedly, and
yeah,
if she was paying other people to help her, guess who's accountable for all that money?
she is.
She's accountable, and then that manager, to me, is accountable as well, because that's your artist. You should be knowing where the money's going. Period. Um,
Facts. It's just
and
the crazy thing about it is, you know, to me, I feel like, you know, it goes on all the time with management because people do
mhm,
not be knowing,
what they doing?
what they doing. So it's like you can't sit up here and, you know, it's like you can't sit up here and be mad because this is your people that's doing this too. Like
Facts,
now
facts.
he said the same thing with Steve Stout. Like Steve Stout sent him a cease and desist, and so on. Like they had like what was it? Industry in your pocket. Like he made an app. Steve Stout made United Masters, and so they kind of doing something similar, but
Mhm,
it's different enough to where like they're not doing like a management thing. Like he's doing with United Masters management is promo, but it's only if you already kind of got a buzz. Like, anybody can register their stuff on United Masters, but it's like only really if you got a buzz.
Right, right. I get what
Like
you're
the people
saying.
who
Yeah.
make who blow up on there. So with Thule, I don't know what's up with it because I seen him promote it, but it's just like, so he got as Steve Stoutes could have called, Jordan Lucas, so he put it out there. But I don't know why. I think because Cameron came out a couple of days ago and said that he was finna start outing people, because the rest of Dipset that wasn't on the verses, they've been doing interviews. Vado said something, and he had already said something about Vado, about how Vado messed up the opportunity and stuff like that for him to
Mhm.
really blow up. So it's like, you can't get mad at certain people, man, when you like, I'm gonna just put it to you like this. I work with some websites that people like. I worked on the same website that Hip Hop Gamer blew up off of, right?
Right.
And it was other people that came up that's doing stuff in the industry, and I had my issues with the people or whatever, because I came in, really, I'm gonna be real with you. You know what I'm saying? The people that was around, they really didn't want to they didn't like that hip hop blew up before them. I ain't gonna say nobody name, but it's just the
Right.
fact, I'm not gonna be mad at them and sit up here and say, oh well, I ain't blow yet because of this or whatever, or whatever. I actually am cool with that because I sat there and built my own platform. So it's
Right. Right.
like,
Right.
I'm not even worrying about like the views and stuff like that, because I know, like, if I sit up here and talk about the rap game all day, I'm gonna get into the algorithm. I didn't piss, like, it started getting real with me, because certain rappers from in and out the city start threatening me. So I'm like, bro, I'm not finna be having to roll around with this stick.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? It ain't that important to me. Like, I mean, you people can say I'm punked out or whatever, but it's like, I really, if all I'm saying is negativity, and even though a lot of them is bringing upon themselves and doing the ignorant stuff themselves, until the ones that actually break big, you know they actually stop being on the foolishness. Nobody
Right.
wants to sit up and because we black, but the news stations and everybody else can cover the stupid stuff that they do, or if somebody get popped or whatever. But because it's black, they don't. It ain't because of what they doing. They know what they doing, and they not finna roll past your local news station and blow it down. But it's
Right.
because we black and we profited and off of what they got going on. They feel like we can't rap or make songs or whatever. And you see what academics can do. So it's like, you know, they criticized him for the longest, and he started rapping a lot better than a lot of the rappers that was out. Just bullshitting. So it's like, if my bad, you know what I'm saying? There go the one curse word I got on YouTube. Go, hey y'all, what's up? But like, like, uh, it's just, we fans at the end of the day covering this. We ain't no news station saying that y'all vile criminals and all that. All we want y'all to do is stop killing each other, and stop, And I can make the videos all day long about, like, when I made that video about people saving up to get their PlayStations and stuff like that. I meant that, like. Even
Right.
with my problem, I mean, I seen them PlayStation 5 unopened in St. Charles. That's like 30, 40 minutes away from me. Like, I could go spend the 800 right now. That ain't no problem. But, if I want, if I want Target to replace something that they broke with them selling the counterfeit product, I'm going to go after that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to take it lying down. But, I just know my strengths and my weaknesses, and I know what's right, and I know that I really don't have to cover y'all, because if everybody
Right.
stop in the game right now, just stop covering this, we could go get a regular job. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Y'all on the
Right.
block, like, this all y'all got is either you gonna
Right.
rap, and if you do go get a job, that's gonna kill your credibility. You know what I'm saying? For
Yeah.
real. Cause then it just show everybody you ain't getting no money. So, and if people knew my real, like, on the other side, like, people really knew my real story, they would think twice about saying stuff. But I don't just be, I don't be telling. I mean, I tell my business, like, if it's personal to me, But if it got something to do with my family or something like that, people don't even know. Cause if you know, if I told you who, if I told I ain't gonna do it. But if I told you what was really going down, yeah, I might tell you off air. But it's just people would think twice.
Right.
The people that tried me in the city and the people that tried me in the game, like they don't know. Like it, but I'm not saying that in like trying to flex or or trying to hold rank or nothing like that. But it's like I'm never gonna hate on somebody or whatever if I don't make use of the opportunity. Cause all it is an opportunity, and if the opportunity don't work out, it's on you. Which Jordan Lucas, we
Right.
gotta give it to him. He worked his move. He still
Right.
got on. So at the end of the day, if I'm Jordan Lucas, I wouldn't even have said nothing. I mean,
Yeah, no facts. But and then also it's like, who in the hell gives $60,000 to somebody like all at
people
one
who desperate
time?
because
That is
people desperate.
insane.
Desperation because it didn't happen to me a couple of times. Not on
But
no
not
business.
$60,000 though.
No, not no
That's all I'm
60,000.
saying.
But if
That is
it's
a
your
bit much.
last,
How you?
or it could be in the number could be whatever it is. Is if you desperate or you impatient for something and you hurry up and do something, you know what I'm saying? Then you gonna mess up. Like if you don't take the time to think about something, if you don't take the time to really and then but not be indecisive about it. But if you don't take the
Right.
time to really think about it, or if you don't take the time, or you take too much time to think about something, and you can't make the right decision, then you know what I'm saying. That's on you.
Right.
Anything I
Facts.
did wrong, it was on me. Like I just kind of charged it to the game because, like, right now, I'm not waiting 6 years for Target to fix my stuff. I'm on their head now. Ooh, and I got
Right.
to play Final Kill. Like, I'm not finna wait 6 years or whatever, but he probably had to, because if he started whistleblowing and stuff early on, he probably been like Azalea Banks over there in the corner, which Azalea Banks
Yeah.
makes dope music, but, people ain't listening to it because she on all the extra stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to live. You own the extra stuff all the time. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Even if you right, like I learned
Right.
that,
Yep.
you cannot be on the extra stuff all the time. You
On
gotta
time. Fact. Gotta
yeah.
charge it. You gotta tuck your lips and charge it to the game until it's proper time to maybe even say something. You know what I mean? But
You gotta get on. You gotta get to a point where you big dog status and you can actually. You can't nobody like with Lil Baby. When Lil Baby made that post about the jewelry people, the jeweler finessing them, they hurried up and fixed that. Why? Because it's Lil
right.
Baby.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He
Yep.
earned that. So, but if everybody set up there and is sitting up there, you mad and you ain't got no skin in the game, then of course they gonna play you and they gonna laugh at you and you gonna get, laughed out the building. So, people gotta just stop and think sometimes when they
Yep.
like everything going good for Jordan Lucas. It's like, okay, yeah, Cameron can say that because Cameron bossed up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Cameron could call whoever out. He called Jay-Z out on a few
And
occasions.
people got to understand that you can do that when you have other sources of income and revenue where you don't even have to rely on music. Where music is
Exactly.
just kind of like shit, fuck it. You know what I mean? You still gonna get money regardless, so it ain't even you don't give a fuck. You know? Excuse my French. I know you be on YouTube, but
Yeah.
my bad. But yeah, like he can talk that talk. You know what I'm saying? Joyner though, he might end up having an issue though because um if they do if the media or whoever gets to investigating the whole situation, that means a lot of other names is about to get revealed. Because I can tell you right now, as a person that is an artist that has paid for services, and I know how it works. You pay one person, which might be actually the middleman to bigger people, right? And when you're doing a budget, you're allowing that person on your behalf to go around and pay for other services, right?
Mm,
So, like for instance, I say one of your best friends is huge, okay?
mm,
Somebody comes to you and says, Killzone, like I need you to here's this money. I need you to do this, that, and the third with it. You're not gonna reveal to whoever it is who you're super plugged to. because that's your relationship. And that person you might know for 20, 12, 13, 14 years. And unfortunately, we do have some crazy people that can ruin a whole friendship and relationship. So you're not going to give that plug up to somebody. You're going to be the middleman for that plug because you're not going to want to risk that relationship. And I'm sorry, business is business. That's just what it is, right?
Yep.
And then also they don't want that person particularly dealing with the issue, right? So like if something ain't getting done, they don't want you to go haggle this big huge person every day about your problems. You know what I'm saying? So you go through, the channels or whatever because they don't want you to, again, it's the relationship. They don't want no one ruin their relationship. So unfortunately, it's the same thing with Karen, and she done facilitated all this money to different people, and there are bigger plugs than her. When money goes left, guess who? She's at fault for it, right? But two, she also has to take on all the problems publicly, which is basically what she's going on now. She stole money in his eyes. She stole the $60,000, right?
Yep.
Whole time it's a whole bunch of group of other people involved with that situation. That other parties might have been the one that actually stole it, but guess what? She got to carry that because she took the 60, and she didn't deal with those people that took it, or might not have done their part or played their part. So it's a lie. It's definitely a catch-22 with that when it comes down to the fault of whose fault it really is, because we want to blame the manager. The manager could be at fault, and it could be a whole bunch of other people, right? Yep. And these people could be huge to where their jobs might be cost or be on the line. You know what I'm saying? And it might be bigger than her. That's all I'm saying. Like, people got to realize it might be a bigger issue than her. And if it's a whistleblower, they get to investigating this situation, it might not be good, because it's gonna be crazy. And 9 times out of 10, I can guarantee you, everyone that's in the industry already know who the powerful other people that are involved with this situation. So
I mean, but see, that's why I feel like it's on, this is a teachable moment to artists that you need to fire your manager, and if your manager ain't a seasoned vet in the industry, we got a lot of do-it-yourself managers, and then, that's why a lot of people here in St. Louis, because they getting their homeboy to be their manager or they big homie to be their manager, and they don't know what the hell they doing. So they people calling to do features and stuff, and they asking for too much money. They not really popping outside the city, so they trying to they charging $2,000 for a feature that they should be charging $500, and they take $100 off each feature instead of trying to take $1,000 off of a feature and saying, oh well, you charging $1,000 for a feature, but you get on the phone and this dude been taking a whole $1,000. And folks been paying for the record, then you getting folks pulling up on you and shooting you because you ain't know about this feature that he didn't hold all the money. So that's why I be saying what I be saying, man. And people get mad in the city when I say it, because I be pulling the cover off of it. It's like your manager, you need to fire him. These other folks that's in the game, the promoters, the little taste makers or gatekeepers or whatever, man, they profit off of everybody not blowing up. And so when the people go outside of here, then they tip to the horses come home, because I mean, I could go on all day about it, but it's like, dude had to make sure that his camp didn't it's almost like he talked out of turn, blaming her. But when if the money man already put $500,000, it's like, bro, hey, you gotta find something, you gotta make it work. So if he's still working with the dude to this day, he might want to go ahead and fire him, pay his money back. If he already, I know he got to recoup, because his numbers was crazy. He was independent with that before he signed for the album. And so now that he got all these records with, that Uncharted and everything else, Will went crazy. I'm Not a Racist went crazy. He got the track with Eminem that went crazy. So it's like now You gotta sit up here and now pay that man off to get you a, remix the management team, because at this point, you over here, boy, they took us out. They took us out the link. You over here yelling at this woman, and she ain't even the cause. You know, she ain't even the cause.
Yeah, it's a bigger picture. That's what I'm saying. With that situation, is bigger. Because I mean, anybody that's been in the industry for a long time, they know how the whole budget shit work. They know when it comes to breakdowns. That we also know that there's a lot of times it ain't no receipt for it. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just what it is. You know, I think all artists need to understand that they need to have things in black and white as far as the transparency of what is going to be offered in these services. Like for me, I feel like that's where a lot of consultants or whoever are in that realm of taking money from artists mess up at, is they're not so 100% clear and transparent with these artists, that they're expecting when they give you this money to blow up overnight, and that's not reality. You get what I'm saying? And then another thing is, just because a person is huge, what they do for one person doesn't mean they can do that for you.
For you, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. With just because Nipsey, I was talking with him. He had a buzz, and you gotta remember, he's from where he's from, so it's so many people that's attached to that.
It's an element. It's a lot of elements to that. Joyner, if they saying he only had 5,000, 60,000 is unrealistic. That's super unrealistic to break down.
For her, Nipsey paid more, Meek did pay more, people paid more, to get more. You don't get the civil TV and all of that with 60,000.
Well, not even just that. I'm gonna use myself as an example, right? Like, all right, we gonna put Scream in the mix, right? You know how like everybody was telling me, oh, I need to be on Big Facts, okay? I was like, I don't want to be on there. I don't want to be on there because yes, it's good for like my to help me, but realistically, it's not going to mean the same until my buzz is a little bit bigger. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, like another artist maybe with a bigger buzz can get on there and get 100,000 views easily, right? If I get on there, I might get only 5,000 or 10,000. Okay, so picture a brand new artist, no name, no buzz, no nothing. They get on a platform like that. That doesn't mean they're gonna score 100,000 views. That doesn't mean they're gonna blow up. They might only get 100 views. And then guess what? If that artist goes and they thinking that because a person's huge, and they see that, wait a minute, I spent such and such with such and such, and I only got 100 views on my thing. Well, that's not that person's fault. Nope. You literally have no name.
And that's why you got to give marketing, for your social media first. Like, I mean, that's why I was telling you about my boy Darius with Mike Check Global. Like, I worked with him, and I had brought Steve Cardenas. He was like the second. He was the Red Ranger in the second season of Power Rangers. Bro was doing literally probably 4 to 8 shows a year. His social media was dead. He wasn't getting booked for real. I mean, he was getting booked because it's Power Rangers, but he ain't Jason, he ain't Tommy, right? He ain't the top two. And then it's Kimberly, and then it's Zach after that. And then maybe Billy, rest in peace, Trini, she passed away. And then you got Aisha and Catherine and all them. But, like, and then Johnny Young Bosch, he was doing anime. So he was going to the anime conventions, and people know him as a Power Ranger. So, but with Steve, he was a martial artist. I forgot what else. Like, he was a martial artist, personal trainer, and then he did a lot of stunt coordination on some movies and stuff. Like, he did a lot of behind the scenes work, after Power Rangers. So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, when I brought him to Darius, he signed up, and I was middlemaning, like you was saying at first, but I wasn't like. I didn't make a whole lot of money. He paid me for the people, like for Steve and a couple other people that I brought on, but I really didn't just get on there for the money. Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, if I'm gonna put my name and my face next to this, and I seen it. Like he has what the label has. That's why I was putting you down with him, because I'm like, he can make what you got going crazy, and it's already organically going crazy. And you already know how to like run your campaigns. You know what you got going on, your brand. Like he can turn up the dial like real stupid crazy naturally. And so I was seeing, a whole bunch of other people that was out there. A lot of them, like the Lights Global and what's the other one? A lot of them got assimilated into the industry, and he's the only person that I know that has the same capabilities of the industry that's not assimilated into the industry. And so far, he said he ain't got nobody really. When I interviewed him, he ain't really you know, got nobody that has offered him enough money, or really, he don't really had a like an artist that he feels like would make him, either turn up an artist, or will work with the industry to blow up an artist.
Right.
So it's like, until artists go and they build their social media and they go out here and they meet, they network, they go to the core DJs retreat, and their song is already, with the marketing, because people can be hot inside their city, but
Right.
with a person like theirs, and learning how to do your Facebook campaigns and Instagram and stuff like that, then having somebody like him in your corner. I'm not trying to pump him up or promo him. I'm just telling you what he do, because I work with him and I've seen it.
Right.
Because a lot of people say that they could do it, but dude is the real deal. Because to bring you back to Steve, bro got like 20 dates. Like he got, he doing more stunt work. He got more appearances as a Power Ranger. And the only person that's really got more, buzz on social media is Jason David Frank, and that's the Green Ranger. Everybody, he gonna forever be popping, because he's the most popular one. So he jumped over all the other Rangers, and they all came and they all worked with him. Not all of them, but most of them came and ended up working with him. So, I say all that to say this: artists thinking that if you're gonna work the radio and stuff like that, like Joyner, even in 2015, like it's not that type of game no more.
It ain't. And that's a thing that, honestly, people can't really speak on, because that's a real quick black ball. But yeah, like it's a lot of variables to services, and when you are artist and you taking your budget money into to pay for services, like it's a 50-50, and I think a lot of artists got to understand that whenever you paying for something and you're not working for it, it's a 50-50. It may work, it may not work. Exactly. That's why you can't be thirsty.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you gotta build yourself to the highest point you can possibly build for yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta go out and reach out to people to help you, it's gonna be a lot of issues with that. When people have to come to you and chase you down, less issues, because you're wanted. That means people want you. Mm-hmm. So that's not saying that's not going to attract sharks either way it go, but the chances of that is less than likely. Is lesser than if you're an artist and you're being thirsty. So like, people gotta understand, man, like, it is a dirty game, and this shit ain't fair, and she ain't the only one. When it comes to taking money in services, like, it's a lot. I don't feel like she's the main culprit of that. So that's all I'm saying. No. Of that issue with Joyner. That's the bigger issue.
Yep. Facts. I feel like, and I know for a fact, I done seen it.
I know you have had to. I know you've had to seen it. And that's what I'm saying. We've been in the industry a long time. Like, this is something that we all know. Like, that's why I'm kind of surprised he spoke about it, because I'm like, where you at in your career, you should know, my dude. You should know who.
But you know what? But you know what though? Sometimes it's like, with me, I notice when I post up on the about the Target thing, it's people in the city that I don't mess with. Here they come.
Mhm.
Anytime some positive go down, nobody says nothing. It's crickets. But when soon as something negative come down, they own it like right on rice. You know what I'm saying? So I start noticing and start peeping it. And so,
Right.
you just gotta know that, everybody ain't praying for your come up. Some people is really praying on your downfall. And the other part to it is this. Some stuff you just gotta charge to the game. Like, I done had many a times where I feel like an artist might have fronted on me, or I
Mhm.
did certain things and they didn't follow through on their end. But it's like, if I sat up there all day and talked about how Muggs did me dirty, like I said, on the gaming tip, or even on the music tip, as far as me trying
Mhm.
to create content, don't nobody want to hear that all day. And plus, it make you look bitter, when in actuality he could have just
Facts.
came out and said, "Yo, Karen Civil, like, I worked with her, I didn't get the same results as I thought I was gonna get." It just left it at that. But when you getting on
Facts.
when you
Facts.
getting
Facts.
on
Facts.
when you getting on Clubhouse, going, because Cameron didn't get on there and he just said, "Bruh, dude, the guy gave us 60 racks." He came out and said the same, backed it up, and they left it right there. He didn't get on Clubhouse yelling at her and being mad, trying to figure out what happened. And Steve Stout, if he's suing you, then just keep that in court. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? If y'all go over a catchphrase, pay that man the 15,000, and then, maybe change your tagline. If he had it first, he had it first. Like, that's why you
Right.
copyright stuff, so that you can have it first. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody else use it.
Right.
You know. But I just, some stuff is like, let somebody put their hands on you, or they trying to, like, destroy your character. Like, the stuff that's going around, like, in my town. I ain't gonna talk about it because I kind of feel a way about that, and it's just, like I said, I feel like right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm not taking no sides on it. I don't
Right.
take sides and stuff, because if I take your side and you wrong, like in my situation, people asking me, am I scamming or whatever, and it's like I had
Nah,
to break it down.
I definitely didn't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I definitely
Like,
didn't feel that way. That's why I'm
yeah.
like, I'm gonna ask who I can ask to see what's, to try to help the situation, and and
Yeah,
then
because all I'm doing is trying to get it. Like, I'm not trying to get hustle up some. I'm just trying to get back to
and you
being.
have money. You don't need to. You don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? I know you buy games every time they get released, so I know it ain't like you hurting for a video game. The video game is
No.
fucking. I mean, excuse my French. The video game is what, $75 with tax. So come on, like, no,
Yeah.
I know you ain't hurting for it. And you just came from DragonCon and all this other stuff. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way, no way.
Yeah. It ain't
It is
even.
not that serious.
It ain't even that type of party. Like, even on my worst day, it ain't never been that type of party.
Party, yeah.
Like, they like, what they don't know is, you talking to a person that went with they last, like, got, like, did real bad by ex that I was paying, like, they paying the bills and everything else like that, and
Hmm.
spent my last $50 on a box of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and went and flipped all of it, until I got another job, and
Right.
did that like for 2 years before I had got on, with the position that I'm in now. So it's like, I've never been that type of person that,
Right.
if I didn't have, if I didn't have nothing, I had either some game, I done traded games, I gave some games to Make a Wish at E3, and they was supposed to had let us jump the whole line. They only did it one day. We supposed to jump the whole line for donating some games. You had to donate a current gen game, and I had 3 games that I, had either had a digital copy on, or got, got a collection for, and I had traded them. One of them was brand new, like, like, and they made me open it and look at it. This was E3, GameStop, and Make a Wish, and we had to be there hella early. They had us standing up there hella early, when really it was supposed to be, okay, you brought your game 20 minutes beforehand. Now, I don't know if they got it right the next year, but I didn't get on Twitter and cuss out E3 or cuss out Make a Wish or whatever, because
Yeah.
they let me
Yeah.
jump the line. Like, And I could have went through some people then, but you know, to go and do appointments and stuff like that. But I wanted to go and experience it. And yeah, it was a lot of waiting in line and time wasting, but I met a lot of cool people down there. And I mean, everybody then pretty much pulled out except Xbox. So hopefully, you know, when they open it back up, that it'd be better. Or you know, didn't nobody show up at PAX. But again, I can sit up there and cuss them out. And what is that gonna serve? They just gonna be like, oh, we ain't gonna, you know. I had to tell some people that I had posted, they're like, yeah, we gonna all call that locale. I said, hey man, no, don't do that. We gonna have to do this the right way, cause I didn't.
Right.
If I any point I go in there cussing, throwing stuff, and doing all that, like it ain't gonna get solved. But
yeah.
So it's like when I heard dude go off, and I rightfully so. If you 60K, but it's like what's 60K to you now? You know what I'm saying? You just like a couple weeks ago, I saw he had bought his mama a crib. He bought his daddy a BMW. Like, you know, I wouldn't even be tripping off of that, man. Like, I mean, I'd go holler at her in private, like, hey, dog, like, you know, I rock with you. What happened with that 60,000 a couple years ago? Oh, my manager? Okay, I'm gonna have to remix this team then, cause, dude, I've been feeling like, you know, but I'm not gonna say that. You know, I wouldn't say that in front of her, but I would have been like, okay, dude, playing with me. So let me go ahead on get him out of here, or go sit down and have a meeting with him and tell him bring up these books so we can get some straightening.
Yep.
You know, like I'm not finna go out and you know, unfortunately, everybody in this equality era, everybody gonna get this work.
And let's be 100%, right? 60,000 and that's your last, and you didn't bitch about it then? That's a little strange to me, because
he wanted to play his cards right.
Any person I know, oh my God, it ain't even no explanation to that. Like it's no, they're not letting you get away with it.
I'm gonna do you one
I
even
wouldn't
better.
even let nobody get away with it. We have to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. I'm flying on the first thing smoking to LA,
yeah,
and I'm popping up where you at.
That raised my eyebrows to like, huh? Like, how did, like, nah. There's more to that. Because
he didn't want to rock the boat, but he feel like now he in a position to rock the boat, and we seen that with the baby. We seen that with other people. You know, once you feel like you in a position to rock this boat, and you really, when you find out like the baby did, the baby did a whole bunch of stuff, and it took him saying that, it was just like a powder keg. People thought that it was just him saying what he said on that stage. Really, I ain't take offense to it. You know, didn't nobody really take offense to it. Like, matter of fact, fun fact, I do somebody, well, I ain't gonna say that, but people be in the club and be broke all the time. You know what I'm saying? And still be like, yeah, if you done paid your rent, you know, screen or something. People be, you know, just in that moment, they feel themselves, feel the liquor, and then they turn up, and then it is what it is. And it's like, but in that situation, you standing on Rolling Loud, the camera's going, it's a live stream and everything else like that. And he said what he said, he doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on it, and they got after him. But it had been a whole bunch of stuff, like, you know, it had been a whole bunch of stuff he did and said, and then after that, like, they gonna show you real quick. So you really get bossed up, and you really ain't got, you know, to depend on the industry. You really can't say nothing. So that's why he didn't say nothing, was because he knew that if he said something about it, then she could have went to told everybody in the industry that she know and blew the whistle on him.
But this was also what he say 5 or 6 years ago. He's been blown up since then, so why just now come out with it? Why didn't he say it at the beginning?
Like I said, when you bossed up, you feel, because it's been the times that I felt like when I bossed up in certain situations, like when you boss up, you feel like if a girl curved you and you was broke last year and you come up and she didn't curve you, but now you pulling up in something nice, your hair all cut, you got some, or if a girl, you know, she was kind of, you know, heavy set or whatever, or overweight, and she slimmed down, and she looking and smelling good, and she pulling up in something nice, and she got on some nice clothes, nice perfume or whatever. She got her little Gucci bag or little Hermes or whatever, you know, got a little, you know, little Tiffany and Co watch or something. She doing the damn thing. So now she gonna feel herself and gonna flex. because of people fronting on her. So now Joyner feel like, okay, I'm finna come out and start letting everybody know. Hell, Drake did it too. Like, but the difference was he kept it on wax. Like
Right.
you know how many times Drake did this Jay-Z and Jay-Z keep getting on his album. Like I can't even count how many times he did it. And then Jay-Z be
Facts.
dissing them right back. But then they be out here kicking it. And I bet you they probably like he probably when he got on that on Scorpion, not on this one, but he got on Scorpion and him and Kanye was going at each other. I know
Yeah.
Kanye felt some type of way about it when they wasn't really cool like that. And it was when Jay-Z, like Kanye had been apologized, but Jay-Z wasn't until Jay-Z felt like it. That's when you know you like a real boss in the game, because you could sit up
Yeah.
there and apologize. And that's one thing I'm gonna stop doing is I'm gonna stop apologizing to y'all. Y'all know y'all wrong. I'm gonna pray to God on it. If I slip up and react to some of y'all, but some of y'all know y'all, you know, especially in this situation, like you know, I be seeing y'all, like you know. But the point is, like that's what happened when you flexed up. Matter of fact, I just known the dude who like he was always straight, but he really blew up like in the last couple years with his business, and it was outside of music. And the dude like straight, you know, he had made a status. He was talking about, uh, you know, people be bragging about, you know, having they own everything. Like we supposed to be all grown here. But I'm like, man, everybody ain't got it. He's like, well, this ain't the stat for them then. I'm like, man, you don't know what people then went through to get to where they at. But it's a double-edged sword. If you
Right.
popping and people been fronting on you gonna beat on your chest and you know have your King Kong moment when you don't
Facts.
get
No,
there.
I'm
But
absolutely. I'm not gonna lie
so
about that for sure.
so it's a chess move for real, for real. It ain't even like it's not even personal. Like I mean,
Mm,
sometimes it is, sometimes it ain't. But I feel like Joyner was like, okay, they played this person played me, this person played me. So when I get to this point where okay, I got me some crypto, I got this going. I probably we don't know. Joyner might really be bossed up to the point where he's getting money other places, and you know his music money is just his play money at this point. You know what
right.
I'm saying? He might really be bossed up to where you know he can start talking like this, and even if they do decide to cancel him in the industry, he gonna be straight.
Right.
Cause I could have swore they canceled Cameron and Dame, and they still out here.
Yep.
Like I could have swore they cancel Boosie every other week. He's still out here.
Yep.
Boosie get canceled, he be right. He come and drop a song, and now everybody jamming him up. My bad if I'm gulping in your ear. But yeah, like my girl be getting on me about that. I'm sorry, but so nah, but if for real, like that's the main thing that I'm like all the time. Like you never know where people that went through. You never know, and then people be playing chess. I used to be like that, man. When I get on, I'm just gonna just shit on everybody. Just boom, like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna be flexing on people. Now I don't really care too much for that. Because even before like last year when I started having like a real problem, like I really didn't have that many problems. Like I had my little ups and downs, but I really didn't start having problems until like last year, and it was all personal. Like it wasn't even financial for real like that. Like it was just personal, and I got to a point even before then as far as the money. It's like, okay, if I get popping now, the chicks that didn't like me back then, they ain't gonna like I thought I was like, man, I had got a few years ago, about 6-7 years ago, I had got at 10 years ago almost at this point when I first started getting some money, and you know when I first bought my first car, like I'm I'm in and out the club, I'm jumping out my whip, I'm doing the damn thing, system
Right.
beating. I'm thinking, then I got my own spot. Oh man, you couldn't tell me nothing then. You know, had them keys and everything. I ain't even do the little keys post like everybody, but I was like, shoot, I got my own everything. What's up? So, you know, But I do remember my family and my people at my job that mentored me to do it, to do a good job. Like I remember all the people that was there for me when I ain't have it, so
Right.
but I remember at that point, I'm like, babe, why you ain't feeling me? Like, you over there, that dude, he broke and he ain't got, I mean, he could be broke. I ain't gonna sit up here and I always used to say that. He could be broke, but he ain't got no hustle about him. So, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Somebody could be broke, but he ain't got no hustle. And then I'm like, you know what? It really don't even matter. Because if they didn't like me back then without some money or without whatever, I don't even want to be around. That was, women that I was trying to get on, friends or whoever, like then you find out when you broke, you find out really who in your corner. When
Big,
you
big
actually
fan.
going through something, you really find out who in your corner and who ain't in your corner. But so that's why when the CPAC hit, I really and then I had my little problems personally. Like I really didn't like. At first, I kind of panicked, and at first, I was kind of I was mad. I was going through it. I felt like I was betrayed. I felt like But then I realized that when you cold like me, as a man in a relationship, some people don't like giving you up, so they gonna give you them love scars or whatever, so that when you leave, they think it's gonna make it hard for you to move on, and then they find out, oh, that ain't even stop them. So you know. But I ain't. Look. I don't want to be a player no more. I don't. But that's or not even player, but I don't want to be certified. When I stopped being certified lover boy, that's when Drake started being certified lover boy. He got it from me. So he just could do all the little cute fly stuff times 10. Like I ain't even gonna like all the little stuff that he be doing, I be doing, but on a little lower scale. So it's just with all of that being said, it's like you gotta when you realize that, okay, you could not wake up tomorrow, all that flexing stuff go out the window, because I can flex on you, but if my heart ain't right, or if I don't know God, I'm gonna be down there burning with you. We just gonna be some two flexing, you know MFers with some gasoline draws on. So I'm just like, people get hype over all this little, I had seen an interview with Pimp C, rest in peace Pimp C. He was like, man, he had a chain on. This dude was asking about his chain. He said, man, this is cute, but this ain't really our life. Like, this ain't what we
Right.
come from. Because he was talking about, and at first I didn't know, but until I read the book and realized he was from Point Arthur, Texas, a small town, I realized what he was talking about. He was like, man, these just instruments to get the gals. Like, if he was like, man, if Bentley and Rolls Royce stopped making cars and Rolex stopped making watch, these cats will cut their throat. So it's like, when people get to doing all
Oh
this
damn.
grand stuff, yeah, I know. You yeah. But when people get to doing all this stuff now, it's like, okay, Jordan want to, but this is his personality though. So it's like I'm not too much tripping off of it, because he should have still made sure he did his homework. But as for everybody else, like, I'm really just tired of the shooting in the beef, for real, for real.
I feel you.
Like, you see what
It's
happened with what was it? Spot him, got him.
yeah. Is he still in critical
He cool
condition?
now, but it's like,
Okay.
man, that made me mad. It made me mad, yo. I'm not even gonna hold you. That made me mad.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It really truly is. Like, that's why I kind of wish a lot of these boys would really focus their music on, like, they gotta understand when you doing music, either you do music or you do street stuff, and you do just stay in the streets and do it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do both and enjoy your life. Like, I feel like when they get the blessing to be able to get up in the industry and get money, they need to leave that shit alone. Like, I'm sorry for
all the
saying
way
that shit.
alone. You
But you
good.
gotta leave it alone and look at it like a blessing, man. God, to be in a position where you get blessed to change your life, your family's life, and your children that you have. A lot of people don't get them opportunities, so you gotta take that opportunity. Even if you gotta move your family. It ain't about street credit anymore. It's not about being cool or having to prove something to your hood, because guess what, those people don't care about you because these
Nope.
the same environment that's gonna kill you. So why are you
In
worrying
cold
about
blood.
being a real person, or being considerate, or worrying about somebody call you fake if you move out the hood and move your family and don't associate with the things that you associate with? It is what it is. You have to let it go. And
Ooh,
even if
yep.
that means leaving friends behind that's not ready to be in the mental space that you're in, the positive space that you're in. Because, yeah, I'm going to be real. A lot of us grew up with friends who were in the streets heavy, way more heavier than maybe some of us. You feel me? But, and that could be your right hand to somebody you love to death.
But
But
you gotta leave them right.
unfortunately, you're going to have to leave that person. And yeah, you're going to get called fake. Understand, you're going to get called fake. You're not, if Jesus had a Judas, you're not, it's not going to not happen to you. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to not get that type of person, or that has a mentality of this person's fake, and, or want to do jealous things too. It's going to happen. So, it is what it is. You're gonna have to chunk that. Maybe tell your friend, listen, like, I got you, but if you change this, that, and the third, then cool, I can have you around. If you ain't trying to change that, I can't be around me right now.
Yep.
It's a hard pill to swallow. I've had friends that had to do that too. That, now we back cool, and now they understand why, and they understand why because they're not on that no more. They grown up. Everyone around me pretty much has matured. No one's on that stuff no more. So they understood, like, they didn't understand it back then, but now that we older, they understand it, and they understood why.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unfortunate, but that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna have to let it go. You're gonna have to let people go, and you're gonna have to move on, and until they're ready. And when they're ready, then you can have them back around. And they gotta understand that.
I done had plenty of people, even in this streaming thing, like, I told them straight up, I said, man, this ain't gonna be no overnight thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna be an overnight thing. And I actually got back to doing it on a regular basis. And it's like, you got to learn how to balance life. You got to learn how to, like, because once I get to the place where I can stream, long periods of time, I'm still gonna probably stream 1, 2, maybe 3 hours. Like, I'm not finna be like, let me try to keep up with Ninja and his whole little squad or whatever, because, I was seeing, that, he having eye issues and all of that. Now,
It's a lot of health.
Yeah,
Health
it's like,
problems that come with this.
yeah, man, but if I can get to that space where I can stream and be on the level, it's like, you can't sacrifice like, another Pimp C quote. When he did that infamous Atlanta interview, he was like, man, if you put this entertainment business above God and your family, then you's a fool.
You already lost.
Yeah.
Nah, you already lost, for real. It ain't even, you gonna be unhappy forever. Forever. That's why, like, as far as mental health and all these things, like, tell people all the time, like, like, music is something you want to do, but also have other hobbies or things you're into, and put that same energy and focus into that as well, because you're going to be mentally exhausted. You're going to have depressing days. And then it's like, if you put your whole life around music, what else is there to stimulate you mentally to where you're not going to get in that space? So, like, for instance, I was telling other people, like, if I do video gaming or whatever, or clothing or whatever I like to do, that's my other things I love to tap into, because it keeps me balanced mentally. It keeps me balanced. Like, if I'm not doing music this month, or my all ain't into it, guess what? I got other things to tap into that I enjoy. So I'm forever gonna not be in that mode. Does that make sense? Because I'm putting my energy in everything. and everything. But music, the music industry is it ain't a fair industry. Like it is what it is, and a lot of people ain't gonna understand it. They think it's just success overnight, and because of social media, it's like, okay, I could be a rapper and I'm gonna get all this money tomorrow. That ain't realistic. It really
No.
ain't.
Woo.
And it ain't just with music, but any industry. It's really overnight success isn't realistic. You have to work for it.
Ooh, that got you. Oh, the thing. Boy, them dogs pulled up on me. Oh, man, them damn dogs. Hold on, I got them now. Quiet kill, boy. Ooh. Ooh. And dude. Oh, hold on, get him. Tow him up. Now y'all know y'all gotta watch this gangway right here. Alright, hold on. Don't y'all run and get my daggone. Yeah. Counter spy plane. There we go.
Make good use of it.
As we catching up. Yeah, we are. Oh, just a little bit. Man, once I hit that quad kill, boy, we cleared that board. They still up a little bit though. I ain't even gonna flex. They right there, but yeah. Oh, we got him. But yeah, like you right. Like you gotta have something. Like I feel like with this, I'm like, man, I guess I'm gonna be on the Xbox now. Once you know, until I get you know, I'm gonna still probably do the Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that. You know, the stuff I got digitally here and there. But I'm gonna finish these Halo games because December be here right around the corner, and I'm only on Halo 2. I just started it, and I ain't did it in like 2 weeks. I'm like, oh no, I gotta do it because I was gonna do it when Gears came out, but then I didn't do it, and I said this time I got to play through all of them. So you know. Like I had got it, it's still. I'm like, dang, I'm still on the PS5. Like, but yeah, no, that's what time it is. Like, oh, they won this one. We bounced back a little bit, but
yeah, I've been on the Xbox too. With JT the Don. Matter of fact, we all got to do a game stream. He be on Modern Warfare though, so he kind of brought me back into that realm the other day, which I hadn't played Modern Warfare in about like a year. So I kind of missed the maps. I forgot how lit it was over there.
Oh yeah, that was my game right there. We
that
played
was
the mess out of Modern Warfare.
Yeah. I'm glad I played it. I was like, oh damn, I forgot how dope the game was.
Shoot, I got the Brin.
Then I went and yesterday I had bought Black Ops 3 because you know what, Black Ops 4. So I played Blackout a little bit the other day, but
they still got Blackout up.
Yeah, yep, it's still up.
Oh, that's dope. I thought they got rid of Blackout with Warzone.
Nah, it's out. It's still up. So that's why I was like, oh shoot. So I was playing that a little bit yesterday, but I'm trying to collect all the Call of Duties and stuff.
Like the hard yeah. Like
yeah.
That's why I was telling the people in them groups, like, bro, you can get fit like digital, which I have a lot of digital games, but it's like it ain't nothing like having that physical game. Like I actually, if we go to ATL, that's still up in the air because we want to do MagFest. But if we go to Anime Weekend, the dude who's the voice of Arthur Morgan is gonna be there from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, so now I gotta find me a little cheap copy of Red Dead because I got it digitally. I gotta find me a little cheap copy of that so he can sign it. Like
you don't offer up.
Yeah, I'll probably do that on
That'd be I ain't gonna lie, offer up be like life. I done got so much stuff off there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Real. But yeah, I'm trying to collect all the Call of Duties.
Did you find you like the PC copies of 1 and 2? Because they got like, I remember like from EB Games before they got with GameStop. I remember them like, you know, having them big box copies of it with all the DLC and all the maps and all of the
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I noticed most of the cards have been on Xbox too, so that's another thing. So the other day I was just like, should I collect it for Xbox or PlayStation? But I don't
Do
know. I might
both
just
because the
yeah.
Xbox was more they were faster because they had more processing power, but the PlayStation's was graphically was better because
Yeah.
but what, oh man, dudes came out the cut. Where was he at? So, oh boy, this might be my last one. I can feel it in the air.
And I want to do Battlefield too, but I kind of realized Battlefield was mainly on PC.
Nah, it's on the Xbox is the console of choice. Like they gonna have the same amount of players on console on the Xbox.
Okay,
On PC on the Xbox. My bad. And I
But I
think
know
it'll be on PlayStation too, but it's gonna be optimized for Series X. Yeah. You ain't know
whatever
that,
is in it. Nah, no.
Yeah. Cause Xbox ain't nothing but a PC anyway. It ain't gonna be like your highest of the high end, but it's gonna be higher. It's gonna be more like the Series X edges out. I think it's got a little bit more horsepower than the PlayStation 5, but the PlayStation 5 does good with like ray tracing and anti-aliasing and stuff like that. Like where it make it really that real pop, that make everything look real. Like
yeah, I do think you know what I do? I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to COD, I like playing it better on the Xbox than I do PlayStation. As far as gameplay, like I'm way better on there than PlayStation. I think it's because of the controller.
Yeah, they made all their controllers like shooters. I didn't got used to playing it on PlayStation though, like on PS4 and then on here, but I mean I do like playing Halo on the on there, and I was gonna get the Halo, the Master Chief, controller, the Elite. I was gonna get that, and I almost got in the car and went and pre-ordered that Master Chief collection. I was gonna sell my this regular Series X, cause I was like, oh, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep, cause both of them things, man, like. Them conventions was almost put me to sleep, bro. Like,
Oh my god.
I was like, cause it ain't nothing but like trailers. It ain't no gameplay or nothing. Now God of War, I was like,
oh yeah, I'm ready for that. Yep.
I can't wait. Definitely can't wait for that. Especially he went from the axe to the blaze of chaos. I was like, oh yeah, like it's going down.
Recon in the air. Spies in the sky. Recon aloft. We got eyes.
It's going all the way there. I can't wait for that. That was my favorite game. Like that was my name before I came up with the Killzone thing. And my name was Kratos Jones, and then I was like, nah, that's gonna be too low to know. So I was playing Killzone, and like I was playing Killzone 3, and they had went and spoiler alert, they had went and took the dude, the leader of the Hellgas down, and so. When he got knocked off, they was told not to knock him off, but to bring him in. They like, bro, we need to knock him off now because that's gonna kill the morale. But it ended up like boosting the morale,
right?
And like they had a whole contingency plan, and it was just all bad. So it ended up hurting them, and they almost died. And but I was like, They killed all ill expectations and owned up what they set out to do. They said, man, we gonna stop the Hellgas because, the Hellgas was just regular people that got exposed to the radiation of this planet that they went to. So then when they had their kids and stuff, some of them was deformed and, had health issues and stuff. They had to wear their breathing tubes and all of that. So, you know, but you know, the regular people was just like, look, man, they broke off and became their own little nation, but it was just like, you know, the what is it, IMC? I forgot to do the names of the name of the thing, but the IFC, yeah, they the IMC, my bad, but they went and did their thing, and so after that, it's already a DJ AJ here in St. Louis, so I had to change my name. I couldn't be, you know, DJ AJ Part 2 or whatever. Like,
Right.
you know, I was like, he the one that helped broke the Lunatics, and I just had so much respect for him. And when I, you know, I
He
met
the
him,
head of the
Dirty
Dirty
DG,
DJs.
yeah. So, you know, man, AJ, the truth, man, he used to have me in the club. He would shout me out. Like, I would tell them, it was one time these girls was like, I'm in the club, I had my little shirt on, the old Killzone shirt on, and like with the Hellgas, like I switched it up and put my face on there, so you know I wouldn't get sued. But yeah, so I'm in the club. This girl said, you know, I say, oh, you know, you look cute or whatever. She's like, oh, well, buy me a drink. I'm like, dang, we ain't even got to talking yet. Like, yeah, buy me and my friends a drink. So I say, yeah, I'm gonna be over here with the DJ. So she like, yeah, whatever. So 5 minutes later, he didn't already peep the scene. He said, oh, I done seen you over there with them gals over there, huh? You was finna, which one you like? The red one? Alright, cool. Guess what I got? This is what I'm finna do. Man, shout out to DJ Killzone Jones in the club. We turning up. You know, tip the waiter, is going down. What we playing? I was like, play this. And he was like, alright, cool. We finna drop that. And so, we in them mud. So next thing you know, here come the girls. They over there like twerking by the stage or whatever. So this dude, he called me later, I think, or text me. He was like, so what happened? I'm like, I had forgot all about it. And he was like, man, you ain't even. He called. He like, man, you ain't even get on them. I said, nah, man, I'm cool. Ah, bro, you supposed to say that was the hook, line, and sinker. I'm like, man, so. Shout out to DJ AJ, man. I've been seeing him, like, you know, he had ducked off for a little minute because, I don't know. It was just he had left the city. He ended up, well, he's like one of the DJs for Facebook. Like they book him a lot for Facebook. And I'm like, man, this dude know how to. He know how to get him some money. Like that's one thing about AJ. Like when all of the lunatic stuff slowed down and like when the stuff in the city, like the city always has stuff going on, but the club life ain't the same. Like when they first popped, like it used to be a gang of clubs, but once you know it was a whole bunch of stuff that was behind. There was a lot of politics that killed the clubs because you know, we used to have the same. I mean, you know, I mean, the East Side ain't never really died though. East Side, they shut the East Side down and they just come back stronger every time. Like now we got.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie. I used to love coming down there to y'all clubs. Like it used to be so lit back in the day. Like oh my god, the Beano. I went there a whole bunch of times. Like it just I don't know. Lit
oh yeah,
city.
it's different. It's
Lit city.
Cause see, I say this about like, cause it's still cause you gotta think. East Side, they dance more. Like they party even to this day. They still party. Like they actually party, cause that's Illinois. Like y'all, you know, Chicago, we got the Steppers, and then over here we, you know, we Nina Pop. So, or Chicken Head, depending on who you talking to. So, you know, or do the Monastery, depending on who you talking to. Like it's just that's their type of town. So, but over here, it's just like a lot of. You know, a lot of hustling, a lot of business being handled, people working. Like, so if we do go out to the club, like, we really only going out really to celebrate. So now in the club, like, a lot of people just go and they kick back. They don't really be, you know, they'll turn up on their phone, but really the club scene in St. Louis didn't really calm down because when the industry was popping and people had more, it was more money before, like, the recession and all that. That's when people was partying and celebrating. But now, like, until we get an era of that again, then, you know, people be about business. And at first, I'm like, man, that's because everybody be hating. But when I sat back and thought about it, I was like, man, people just, just getting in that mode. But hey, I'm finna get up off of here and
Alright.
shout out to everybody, man. That stopped through, and we gonna be back on tomorrow. We got 2 more days of this. I might switch it up tomorrow. We'll see. Probably do some. Well, tomorrow I'm gonna be on the Series X tomorrow, man. We got to get back and finish these Halo games, and we only have a month and a half to go. So I got a lot of stuff to go head on. We gonna get this situation handled. So y'all gonna see me play Deathloop. We gonna finish Ratchet and Clank. We gonna finish. I gotta finish all these games, and then y'all get ready, man, because I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm bringing the Hollow Week thing back. So we're gonna do all the little scary games and all the stuff I got. Like I got the Doom DLC, I got the Control DLC, and Xbox got some stuff. So y'all just keep it locked. Shout out to L for coming through. She left though, but shout out to L for coming through. And we out. Peace.